Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning. How you doing? It's been a while. Me? Not good. I keep picking at my face. Picking at my face. Picking at my face. I'm not gonna look at my face because I'm gonna just start picking again. This one I done picked the fucking shit out of it. It's my favorite one to pick too because it's right above my lip. I'm gonna just keep picking at it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop picking. Ow. That one hurts. It's throbbing. Anyway, we're not dermatologists. Hi. I wanted to check in. No face picking. Face picking is a sign of anxiety and insecurity. I was having an interesting week, to say the least. For every high, there was a low. And every time there was a low, I kept picking at my lip. And then I accidentally scratched it, right? I'm like growing my nails out now. And so I went to scratch my face because I had bunny hair on my face. And I just like nicked myself really good with my fingernail. And that's what started the picking. So that wasn't good. Anyway, cause of events, chain reaction thing. That's what I wanted to touch on. Cause and events and chain reaction. Every action has a reaction, just like Newton's law of motion. Something needs to have a catalyst to make it go, right? That oomph, that push. So, my question to you is, what is your oomph? What is your push that's going to motivate you to go? What's your motivation to building armor? What's your motivation to building a solid emotional foundation for yourself? I'm making chili. What is that thing? In the clip I posted, Chucky, his motivation to not be scared was to go and meet the princess because he wanted his daddy to marry the princess, right? And the princess had these dragons on her door that he was so afraid of. And he had to hype himself up, right? I got to be brave. I got to be brave. I say that to myself sometimes. It's very awesome. Also, Anish Mushkani has a poem called Come Closer. And in it, he says, fear is like a hallway. We must find the courage to walk through this with me. Stop staring at my lips, y'all. I know it's there. It's not going to be there long. Just don't look at it. Just, focus on the chili. So, what is the catalyst that turns you into insert name here, Chan? Are you tired of being depressed? Are you tired of succumbing to your disability? Are you tired of succumbing to your addiction? Whatever it is. Oh yeah, it's vegetarian chili. It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. What is it? I have meat down there for the meat eaters, but it's some vegetarian chili. Know what I'm saying? I'm so excited. I want you to make some vows and some determinations to yourself. You're not going to allow yourself to wallow in your misery and be one of those people who wants to wallow in your misery when you could be living a full, prosperous, abundant life. Yes, it takes work. Yes, you're going to be tired. Yes. But think about the gratification on the other side of that. Think of all the beautiful things that open up for you and happen when you start changing your perspective and your mindset on certain things. Great. Okay, cool. So, I touched on this in my lecture when I was walking in the park, but to reiterate, once you established some firm things within yourself, you will be able to have a foundation, a concrete foundation for building armor. It starts with self-love, self-confidence, self-courage, self-reassurance, all those things, right? That's why it's helpful to do the chakra classes from the Hope Evolve website, hopeevolve.com. one E in between E and evolve, right? HOPEEOVOV, or however you spell evolve.com. And he has a tab that says like course material, I think, and then you click another tab and it's like chakra course study, etc., right? Right. So you yourself are a project. Having a human body is a project. Living a human experience is a project. One that we don't have directions to, but we have tools and guidances and religion to help steer us and help divide and conquer. It helps give a moral compass as to right and wrong, right? So it's all really dependent upon you. What do you want for yourself? Where's your mindset? Where do you want your mindset? Are you accepting bullshit? Are you being tolerant of too much? It's okay if you are. No one is judging you. Everyone has their woes. But at what point are you going to say, whoa, some things need to be reevaluated? Reevaluation. You know what that sounds like? Sounds like worksheets. What do you consider most important in your life? What do you feel gives your life meaning and purpose? What makes you happiest, most satisfied, and most fulfilled? Let's dive in. Okay, cool. So I got some breakfast sausage right here. I just changed the flavor profile with some cilantro, a little bit of paprika, and some lemon pepper. Beautiful. Anyway, what makes you happiest, most satisfied, and most fulfilled? What do you feel gives your life meaning? What do you consider most important in your life? Right here, this looks like the diagram I was making you do way back in the day when we first started class. Your mental map, your mind map, your life map, your road map. Right? There you go. There's all your little boop, 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 boop. And I want you to pick 3 that are most important to you. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I want you to ask yourself about those things, right? Does this thing that's important to me make me happy? Does this thing that's important to me give my life meaning and purpose? Is this thing that's important most important? The reason why I said that is because most people need to reevaluate. It's time to cut baggage, cut cords, cut ties, etc., etc. So, I ask you, is it really a value? Is it really truly important? Does it really fulfill you? No, not really, no. Good. Thank you for being honest. Now we're going to write about how those things play out in our lives. Number 1, spirituality. How does spirituality play out in our life? Spirituality is a daily practice of stepping closer to the divine being that is in me, which is my soul, my light body. Spirituality has great value in my daily life because I really step forward with that. I'm always processing an event, always processing a situation to make sure I'm guided through physical self-care plays a huge part in my life, and I value that greatly because for a very long time I did not care about myself at all. From being abused as a child, I just felt like I was here to service others and cater to others. And now stepping in, finally turning 3 times old, it's like, oh my god, I totally matter. I way matter. I matter so damn much. Now, take a moment to reflect on our answers. In the boxes below, come up with and write down a personal goal based on your top important values. So, spirituality goal. Let's see, what could be a goal for that? A goal for my spirituality would to be to lead guided meditations to the astral plane. That'll be a goal. Like on a live, group setting type shit. Value 2, physical self-care goal. I want to go to New Zealand and study the haka, and I also want to go to Hawaii and study the hula. I feel like those are 2 very profound traditions and techniques that help with recovering from therapy and traumatic abuse. There. Your turn. Do some homework. Set some goals. What is important to you? What are core values to you? How do those play out in your life? Put a goal in that valuable, important thing in your life and take action. Okay? Cool. That's homework assignment for you. Beautiful. We love homework. Now we're going to how you feeling? Right? Like I said before, you can't make spiritual armor if you are in a low vibrational energy. You have to have some type of sense of self, some mental know-how that, up is down and right is left. Like, you have to be at least mildly emotionally stable in order to tap into the mental space to even create armor. That's why I haven't talked about it yet, because I have not felt emotional stability from the people watching, from the energy around me yet. So once that pops out, oh, best believe there'll be more armor videos. But until then, we get the basic steps. The basic steps are figuring out where you are emotionally, working that out so we can come up. There has to be a constant level of, I'm okay. It's got to be neutral, right? It can't be down in the dumps and even downer in the dumps. There's got to be some neutral type of setting we can meet at energetically so I can show you how to create armor. Okay? Beautiful. Are you satisfied with yourself? Do you feel useless? Do you feel like you are a failure? Do you feel like you possess good qualities? Do you feel like you are capable as everyone else? Do you feel like you are no good at all? If you are not satisfied with yourself, I need you to reflect on all the progress you've made thus far. If you are feeling useless, I want you to think about all the people that depend on you just for your presence. If you're feeling useless, I want you to think about all the times where you came through for everyone else and no one supported you back. If you feel like you're a failure, I want you to reflect on all of the things that happened up until you got to the moment where you decided to succeed, where you decided to try something, right? Because you can't fail unless you've actually tried something. You know how many people don't actually try? That's a success in itself. The fact that you tried something and failed is a success, because many people are not built like you. They don't have that innovative mind like you. If you feel like you don't possess any good qualities, we would like for you to do some self-love practices and do some self-care, because everything about you is a good quality. You may not have a good quality of life, but you have a good quality of character. If you don't have a good quality of character, maybe you have a good judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always something. You gotta change your perspective. When you feel like you are incapable, remember of all the people that actually aren't capable. Remember of the people that died fighting for a cause. You are more than capable. When you feel like you are no good at all, remember there's always tomorrow. There's always another day to rectify a mistake. The goal is to be better than our last mistake. You should be incredibly proud of yourself for making it this far, for wanting to have emotional and spiritual armor. You should be relieved that you want that for yourself. And all of these people out here are struggling because they don't realize that that is exactly what they want and need. You should be able to love and respect yourself because you keep yourself in high frequency. You hold yourself to high esteem and high regard and don't tolerate fuck shit, bullshit, ignorant shit. That should be celebrated and appreciated, right? Yeah. Changing your perspective on yourself will help you change your perspective on the environment around you. Mm, 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 mm. We need you to build, understand, develop, learn what self-confidence is. This is so you can gain more insight into the psychology of your experiences. Recall a time where you felt confident and experienced a sense of self-worth. How would you describe that situation? That moment you felt confident and awesome and self-worth. What are you saying about yourself in the situation? I'm a bad bitch. Meow, 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 meow. What physical sensation are you aware of? Is your heart beating fast? Are your hands really sweaty? Are your feet sweaty? Are you thirsty? Were you nauseous? Did you have butterflies in your stomach? What do you do as a result of your physical sensation? Now, reflect on a time when you felt you weren't self-confident. What the situation was. Well, what language are you using towards yourself when you feel low confident? What physical sensations are you aware of when you feel low confidence? What do you do as a physical result? What positive statement can you say to yourself to remind you that you are awesome? To remind you that you are powerful? What could you possibly say to yourself to reflect the idea that you want to change your mindset? What could you do that would help you feel different? What could you do differently next time when you're in a situation that makes you feel low confidence? Next time you feel like giving up, or you feel like doubting yourself, or you feel like shit ain't really it, I want you to do the self-love sentences. 3 things I love best about myself are, and don't be petty and say something rude, right? Like, you know you're down. Don't kick you while you're down. Be courteous of your feelings. You are exceptionally good at. You are showing more interest in. Blank is something you want to cultivate in your life. This week you are going to reward yourself by. I can't change Blake about myself, and I choose to accept it. Each day I get stronger and better at. I am blank, and that is something I love about me. My ability to blank is something I've always been proud of. Today I am giving myself a break from thinking about. And you go from there. And then you go from there. Come back to your sentences as many times as you have to until you bring yourself back to a state of calm. But that is the goal, right? To keep yourself in a state of calm so you don't overreact when it is deemed unnecessary. And to me, I think all emotional reactions are unnecessary, especially when you don't gotta do. You know what I mean? You don't gotta cheat. You don't gotta be a troll online. You don't gotta antagonize people with disabilities. And, like, you don't have to be that nasty. Even if the only reason you're being nasty like that is because you lack some emotional stability, some emotional intelligence, let me be that person to help you. Because, baby, it is hard out here. And it's even harder for a bully, okay? I love you so much. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this chili.